First Things First is sponsored by Gillette, the best a man can get.
Welcome back to the show. Super Bowl champ Greg Jennings joins us now. Hey, Greg, good morning.
Good morning, man. Good to see you again.
All right, I'm talking about some Patriots, Greg. They got some really good receiving news yesterday after what looked like a brutal injury on Sunday. Sony Michel's MRI revealed no structural damage in his knee. He's considered week to week moving forward. The Patriots probably ecstatic considering the tough challenge they faced Monday night in the 2-5 Buffalo Bills.
That ain't right, Jim.
Yes, sarcasm. Also, yes, great news about Sony Michel. Greg, how badly do the Pats need him to have success on offense?
They need him a lot. They need him because when you look at what they're trying to get done, even last year, dating back, they only want Tom to really throw the ball about 35 times. They want to run the ball about 30 times a game. And that's been their key to success. That's been their remedy. You look at last year, they threw Tom Brady's 40-yard pass attempts. He only had 4. He only had 4. And 2 of those were losses. In the postseason, he had 2. One of those were losses.
Yeah.
And so when I look at this year, he already has 2 games that he's thrown at least 40 attempts. But when they rush the ball for at least 100 yards or close to, they win the ball game. And Sony Michel is a huge part of that. His ability to protect when he is back, when Tom Brady does drop back to throw, his ability to catch out of the backfield, which they really don't even need him to do because of James White and how much of a threat he is catching the ball out of the backfield. But he has been a great solid, consistent running back out of the backfield, giving them that running game.
Well, and listen, I think the Pats can find ways to win week to week. You mentioned they play Buffalo, but almost any given week they can probably figure out a game plan to give themselves an edge. But for the Patriots, what's it always about? Making a Super Bowl. Who are they going to have to go through to make a Super Bowl in the AFC? Kansas City, we would assume. The Chargers, maybe the Steelers, depending on how the second half of their season goes. All of those teams can really punish the Patriots' defense. They can put points up on the Patriots. So how do you prevent that? Time of possession. What did they do against the Chiefs? 37 carries, $178. 36 minutes time of possession. Sony Michel is the biggest part of that. So he's the only guy. James White has been an excellent player for them. But he is not a guy, they're going to hand the ball to 20 times, much less 25 or 30 times, right?
No, they have shown that history.
They'll throw it to him 10 times.
That they don't believe in him as a runner. And James, he's not undersized, but he doesn't have the type of girth that you would want in your running back. James has been a role running back since 9th grade. We had him at St. Thomas Aquinas. Him and Giovanni Bernard, both 9th graders, started on the varsity for the powerhouse. St. Thomas has 15 guys playing in the NFL. He ended up going to Wisconsin, was a role player there. Since he's been with the Pats, he's been a role player there. The reason why Sony Michel is so valuable because this offseason, Belichick decided that he's the most important part of this offense absent of Tom Brady. That's the reason why they drafted because they had Nick Chubb. But they believed that his running ability between the tackles, his ability to be able to break tackles, that's the way they wanted to play. That's how they get off of Cooks and let Cooks go to the Rams. When Gronk was holding out, didn't know if he was going to play, Sony Michel is going to be the answer. He makes Tom Brady better. He makes their offensive line better because Marcus Cannon's out at right tackle. When you put a backup in there, Sony Michel makes that right tackle better because he's going to allow him to go forward with that running attack. He allows Edelman to be better. He allows Gronk to be better. So for me, outside of Brady, he's the most important part of their offense because you can't predict what he's going to do when he's on the field. James White, you can predict. 80% of the time, 90% of the time, if James White's on the field, they're going to throw the football. So Sony Michel gives them that versatility, gives them that changeup, and gives them the ability for Belichick. He wants to play physical football, not finesse football.
And the only games this year their offense has been elite are the 3 games Sony Michel's been awesome. The Miami game, 25 for 112, they scored 38 on offense. Indy game, 18 for 98, they scored 38 on.
Belichick decided that he's the most important part of this offense absent of Tom Brady. That's the reason why they drafted. Of the time, if James White's on the
The Miami game, 25 for 112, they scored 38 on offense. Indy game, 18 for 98, they scored 38 on offense. KC game, 24 for 106, they scored 40. I know they scored 38 this weekend, but 14 were on special teams. Like this weekend, Sony Mitchel got hurt, and that offense looked like it did week 1 when they didn't have him against Houston, where the offense was okay. The next 2 weeks, Jacksonville and Detroit, when Sony Mitchel wasn't a major part of the game.
Why the Patriots are always a step ahead of everyone else. They understand, when do we want to rely on Tom Brady the most? In the postseason. So we don't want to wear him down.
Extra hits on his body. They understand all of that. So what do? We
Man, I think it was